fans, and welcome to another episode of Silver Screams Reacts. Tonight we are reacting. We have a protester in our midst. Apparently she does not want us to react to this next trailer, which is the Shortwave official trailer number 1 from, let's see, released
Paradise Club
just a couple days ago on June 3rd. I don't know much about this movie. It was just something that popped up on my Twitter feed as being highly recommended as superb horror. So I really
Shortwave makes me think of a radio.
Yeah, when I see this title, I immediately think of the it was either early 2000s or late 90s thriller Frequency. So for those of you who know what movie that is, with Jim Caviezel and I want to say Dennis Quaid. I believe that was it, and it was time travel-y and stuff like that. So it'll be very interesting to see what route this one takes.
Yeah.
Shall we take a look?
Yes.
All right, let's take a gander.
Possibly. The computer is certainly taking its sweet time pondering this.
It certainly is.
So it'll be interesting.
But yeah, again, don't know what to expect. Just apparently this trailer was deemed very, very good. So we shall see.
I wish I could sing someone up there.
Found footage, kind of.
No, I think that's just flashbacky stuff. Uh-oh.
Okay.
I wish I could sing. Oh Lord.
Oh no.
This is very disjointed. Oh. That is a radio.
Get her back. They're here. It's coming from here.
Dang. So that looks, let me scroll down because I believe there was a description. Yeah. Josh and Isabel Harris, after suffering the loss of their only child, relocate to a secluded hillside research facility with the hopes of repairing their broken family. After years of trying, Josh and his research partner Thomas have a breakthrough involving a cryptic shortwave radio signal and its universal origins. Something within the signal resonates with Isabel and she begins experiencing seeming hallucinations and visions of distant memories. Upon further investigation into the phenomenon, the scientists fear for Isabel's health, and while Isabel fears the signal has attracted something sinister to their home. So it sounds like it could be one of two.
Boy, that's like 5 different horror movies all into one.
I will say this movie looks beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Like, some of those shots were absolutely astounding. And
But the trailer was it was not cohesive. It was just a complete mess in terms of watch our movie. Image, 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 image. Something else. Maybe there's a creature. Maybe there's a dead girl. Maybe there's this. We don't know. Image, image, image. If it weren't for this little summary, which we needed, I wouldn't have a damn clue what this was about, aside from the fact that he's listening to a radio at one point, and there's a shot of a radio, and it's called Shortwave.
I almost feel like we should have read this first and then watched it,
because that was artsy as fuck. But unfortunately, in this term, artsy as fuck means there's really not much substance.
Well,
and that may not have anything against the movie. The movie may be fantastic, but this trailer was just all flash and no substance.
Well, we watched the Woods trailer a couple days ago, and I feel like it's the same thing. They're trying the less is more approach, which when it comes to a trailer...
the Woods trailer, I kind of got it.
Yeah, kind of.
There's just the one, they go in the woods, there's something in the woods, things occur. Like, that is not difficult. This is multiple different moving parts. And so when you have multiple different moving parts in your story, your trailer needs to give a little bit of that. Don't spoil us, but be like, give us at least a slightly longer
Informative?
shot for some of these. Like, I know she's gone, but I still miss her, or I know she's gone, but I think I'm seeing her. We heard something on the radio. Like, a couple of snippets of dialogue, slightly longer shots so we can kind of see what's going on, because all this flashing back and forth, again, beautifully shot, super artsy, didn't tell me a damn thing.
But this is an indie horror movie, and indie horror movies, I mean, we've watched a few trailers for indie horror movies. That's the way they're done.
I know, and
they're done in the most incoherent
something.
sort of way. I will say this to the trailer's credit: for one, it looks beautiful. Two, it didn't give anything away, which again, I will always prefer less over more when it comes to it. I don't think that was Jake Gyllenhaal, so I'm gonna go ahead and clarify myself. It didn't look like Jake Gyllenhaal, but it kind of did. But it looks intriguing, and based on this description, it sounds like we're either dealing with her mental breakdown, and that's what's causing whatever violence ultimately will erupt, and or we are dealing with something supernatural or alien, which, again, either one, or it could be like a Venn diagram overlap, like whatever is trying to break into our world through this signal is using her mental instability as like a jumping off point, or it's taking advantage of it of some sort.
But I feel like if you're gonna give me less is more, give me the Cloverfield teaser. Like, you want the ultimate exercise in less is more. We never had a title on that movie. It was just like, oh, shit's going down.
Just had a release date,
1/18/08.
and the Statue of Liberty's had where there were pieces there.
Oh, you had it. So you had people screaming, you heard metal screaming, and then you saw it come flying and skidding down the street. So immediately you know that things are occurring.
A trailer like this is one of those ones where you have to do like a shot-for-shot trailer analysis of it, where there's clearly substance in all of these frames that they've chosen to give us, but we would have to slow it down and watch it multiple times and do it like scene by scene and cut by
And
cut.
as an outsider who had never heard of this movie before, I do not have enough dams to invest to sit there and dissect the art. It's I hesitate to say film student, film enthusiast sort of thing, in much the same way that I'll see a play or I'll read a really good book and I want to go back and I want to go and tear it apart and analyze it, because that is the English major in me going, yes, more. So this doesn't speak to me as much. I just get frustrated with the fact that it didn't really bother giving me any insight into the story. And I will prefer less over being spoiled for everything.
Over
but
being
this
like
is too far.
spoon-fed everything.
Oh yeah, but this is too far
the
into
other
the
direction.
less is more direction. This is just like,
Too far in the
why
other
did I watch
direction.
this? Why did I watch
But
this?
it looks so pretty.
It's pretty, but if I don't know what the story is, I don't care.
Well, now we know what the story is.
Yes, but the trailer didn't bother telling me what the story was.
I will probably see this. Whether or not I'll be able to see it is another thing entirely, because indie movies tend to come and go, or you know, it ends up being video on demand. So I would love to give this movie a chance, because it looks like it looks like it is doing what the Woods trailer did, in that it's like, look at our accolades, and we're gonna show you some of our pretty cinematography.
But the Woods made sense.
It did.
Again, the Woods seems to have a fairly straightforward.
If you guys haven't watched
woods.
our Woods reaction trailer, go watch that.
Like, people go into the woods where they shouldn't be. We get a shot of the sign that says no camping or hiking after dark, and they're there after dark. So you're like, all right,
You know
it's the pet shop of horrors rule. Person buys pet, person breaks rule, pet breaks person. You broke the rule, now the breakage is gonna start.
So, you know what a lot of trailers are doing? Like, something that I've noticed for a lot of, like, not only indie horror, but, like, mainstream horror as well. They're doing very hauntingly beautiful covers of mainstream songs. Like, The Gallows last year did a cover of Smells Like Teen Spirit in their marketing. And The Woods obviously did I'll Be Watching You. Mm-hmm. And this one had a song. It didn't sound like a mainstream song. Yeah, it says musical composition performed by Mantera Bryn. I've never seen a cyclone. Apparently now available on iTunes.
Indie music.
So yeah, go get new music, I guess. But like, so that's kind of a funny thing. Next time I see like a horror movie trailer with like a slowed down acoustic mainstream song covered, I'm gonna be like, check that off the bingo card.
We need to make indie horror trailer bingo cards. Doesn't tell you shit about the story. Very pretty. Lots of cuts. Lots of color. Accolades.
And if you want to do the bonus round, actually see the movie and see whether or not the song is actually in the movie, because most of the time it's not.
I know, that's what makes
Isn't
it
it
so
awful?
great.
Anyway, I think that's all we have to say about this one, is that it looks pretty, but we'll see. Well, pretty but incoherent. That's why they needed the description.
It did not affect me enough to make me want to see this movie. This was not an effective piece of advertising, in my opinion. And therefore, as a trailer that wants you to go see the movie, was not successful. Was it pretty? Yes.
I want to go see
Did
it.
it accomplish anything? No.
I want to go see it for the sole purpose because it's first of all, I love the idea of it being like a frequency type scenario because I liked Frequency back in the day. I thought it was an intriguing premise. But also just because so much horror doesn't bother to do beautiful cinematography. So I am intrigued by that. I'm like, even like, and that's one of the things that like indie horror does occasionally have to offer us is beautiful cinematography, whereas a lot of mainstream horror is like, you're scared now.
Budget.
You're scared now, aren't you scared?
The cameraman was scared.
Oh. Anywho, I think that just about wraps it up. I want to know, what is your guys' favorite sci-fi horror trope? Because they do exist when it's a subgenre like that, or you can just go with your favorite sci-fi horror movie, because this does look like it sort of falls into that Venn diagram of science fiction and horror. So,
And
favorite
I want
sci-fi
to know
horror
what
movie.
you think makes an effective trailer.
Ooh, I
Going
like
deep.
that. Going deep. Good.
Put some thought into that.
Go digging into that. So, Katie, where can people go if they want to keep up with you?
On Twitter and YouTube at Kiaxet. That's Kiaxet.
I'm Megan. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Menguin. That's TheMenguin. Be sure to follow Silver Screams at Silver_Screams on Twitter and Instagram. Like us on Facebook. All that jazz. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you all next time.